Let's start with the truth everyone is afraid to say out loud. Not every woman is built for loyalty. Some women don't fall in love with you. They fall in love with the way you make them feel about themselves. And the moment that feeling fades, she's gone. See, loyalty isn't about love. Love is easy. Love is emotional. Love comes and goes. Loyalty is character. Loyalty is who she is when no one is watching. Loyalty is what she does when she's bored, when she's tempted, when her ego is hungry. And here's the part that stings. A woman can love you today and betray you tomorrow. If her loyalty was never real to begin with, there's a certain type of woman out there. You've seen her. She's magnetic, she's charming, she knows how to make you feel like the only man in the world. But she also needs constant attention, not just from you, but from everyone. We call her the validation-dependent woman. She doesn't love you. She loves the reaction you give her. She doesn't need a partner. She needs an audience. And the most dangerous part? She disguises it as confidence. She'll tell you she's just friendly, just outgoing, just being herself. But pay attention. She's always performing. Every selfie is bait. Every story is a test. Every text she responds to is an emotional backup plan, because loyalty requires stillness, and she can't sit still. She needs attention, like lungs need air. And you mistake that intensity for affection. You think the way she held your face, the way she stared into your eyes, the way she made you feel chosen, means she's loyal. But that wasn't intimacy. That was validation chemistry. She was high off your attention. And the moment that high wears off, she'll look for her next fix, whether that's another man, 1,000 likes, or a room full of eyes she can captivate. You'll notice the signs. The phone flipped screen down, the mood swings, the sudden distance, the I just need space to figure myself out. No, she's not figuring anything out. She's seeing if there's a better source of validation waiting for her. And here's the part no one wants to accept. You can't fix her. You can't love her harder. You can't prove you're safe. You can't heal a woman whose identity depends on being desired, because loyalty isn't something you teach. It's something she either has or doesn't. So before you give her your heart, watch what she does when you stop giving her attention for just one moment. If she gets anxious, restless, irritated, if she starts fishing for compliments elsewhere, if she starts punishing you for not feeding her ego, you're not her partner, you're her mirror. And one day, she will replace you with another one, because love is emotional. But loyalty is who she really is. Let's get this straight right now. If she needs constant attention, she will never be loyal. Not emotionally, not physically, not spiritually, because a woman who cannot sit with herself will never sit still with you. There are women who can love deeply, quietly, consistently. And then? There are the ones who crave attention like oxygen. It doesn't matter how much you give her. She always needs more compliments, more reassurance, more eyes on her, more people telling her she's that girl. And here's the part that should wake you up. You will never be enough for a woman who cannot validate herself, because her self-worth doesn't come from within. It comes from the audience. Let's stop pretending when a woman says, "I'm just naturally flirty." What she is really saying is, "I need constant romantic attention to feel alive, and I'm not going to stop." There is no such thing as innocent flirting in a committed relationship. Flirting is currency. It's validation. It's her testing how much power she still holds in the room. And if she openly admits she can't help it, congratulations. She's telling you loyalty is optional to her. Because here's the truth most men refuse to accept. Loyal women don't flirt with other men. Period. Not in public. Not online, not joking, not just friendly. They don't need to, because their validation comes from within and from you. But the woman who flirts by default, she's constantly running emotional auditions. She wants to see who's watching, who's interested, who would say yes if she ever got bored of you, and if you call her out. Watch the script flip. You're just insecure. You're overreacting. I can't control how people respond to me. I'm just being nice. No, she's not being nice. She's feeding her ego and protecting her excuses. Listen carefully, because this one is the silent killer of relationships. If she's the type who always needs excitement, if she says things like, I just get bored fast, I need passion, I hate routine, I need someone who can keep up with me, then understand this right now. She will treat your relationship like entertainment, not partnership, not commitment, not loyalty, entertainment. And the moment the excitement fades, the moment the spark settles, the moment the relationship becomes real, she will start looking for a new source of stimulation because her loyalty was never to you. Her loyalty was to the feeling she got from you. Let me break this down. A relationship cannot stay fireworks forever. No matter how passionate it starts, eventually love becomes routine comfort. Stability, consistency. But to a woman who is addicted to thrill, those things feel like death. She doesn't want love. She wants adrenaline, and that is not sustainable. This is the woman who falls in love fast and falls out even faster. Says you're different on day 3, and I don't feel the same anymore on month 3. Always needs travel, chaos, drama, newness, stimulation, something to feel. And when you're her boyfriend, you become her dopamine dealer. If you don't keep the excitement high, she loses interest. If you don't surprise her constantly, she withdraws. If you don't make her feel something, she goes numb and blames you. So, what does she do next? She hunts. Not always physically at first, but emotionally. She seeks attention somewhere else. A new guy texting her good morning, a coworker, who makes her laugh, a gym dude who compliments her progress, a stranger online who reacts to her selfies. It starts as harmless, but it's not harmless. Let me say something that will save you years of pain. If she has no female friends, she is never single, she is never alone, she is never without male attention, and you are not special, you are just the one she chose to entertain right now. Because when a woman says, I don't really get along with other girls, I just connect better with guys, what she really means is, I need male validation to breathe. And every one of those guy friends you think are harmless, they're not friends, they're backup plans, they're safety nets. They're the bench, and trust me, they are waiting for you to mess up, waiting for her to get bored, waiting for a late-night argument to turn into, I just need someone to talk to. Men don't just listen. Men don't just care. Men don't just want to be her best friend. They're in line, silently, patiently, smiling in the shadows like loyal wolves, waiting for her to break, and she knows it. Don't let her lie to you. She loves being the center of male attention. She loves being the one of the boys because it makes her feel desired. It makes her feel powerful. It feeds her ego in a way female friendships never could, because women check each other. Women hold each other accountable. Women call out behavior. Men reward it. So when she says, girls are just too much drama, translation, other women see through me. They know she thrives on attention. They know she stirs chaos. They know she likes being chased, adored, praised, and they want nothing to do with it. So she surrounds herself with men who laugh at her jokes, compliment her constantly, make her feel desired, and will always be there if she needs comfort. These aren't friends. They are emotional affairs waiting to happen. And here's the most brutal part. When things go wrong between you and her, she doesn't reflect. She doesn't work on herself. She doesn't try to repair anything. She simply slides into another man's attention like changing playlists. There is no loneliness, no healing, no accountability, just replacement. And you? You're left trying to figure out how she moved on so fast. You wonder why she didn't seem to care, why she didn't fight for you, why she didn't look back. Simple. She already had the eye and next guy warmed up. This woman doesn't choose partners. She chooses audiences. So hear this clearly. If she has no female friends, but A crowd of guy buddies who just get her? You are not in a relationship. You are holding a spot. And the moment she stops getting the attention she wants, she won't break up. She'll transition, smoothly, silently, effortlessly, to the man who's been waiting his turn. A woman who cannot admit she's wrong is incapable of loyalty, because loyalty requires responsibility. It requires ownership of mistakes. It requires facing yourself, even when it hurts. And if she cannot do that, she will betray you and blame you for it. You've seen this woman before. She never apologizes, not once, not sincerely, not without you dragging it out of her. Instead, she does what? Deflects, justifies, plays the victim, or flips it around to make you the bad guy. You say, "That hurt me." She says, "You're too sensitive." You say, "Why did you lie?" She says, "Well, you made me feel like I had to." You say, "We need to talk." She says, "I don't want to fight right now." That's not communication. That's emotional cowardice, and emotional cowards cannot be loyal, because loyalty requires honesty. But she doesn't want honesty. She wants comfort. She wants to protect her ego at all costs, even if it means destroying you in the process. Her self-image is her God. The moment admitting fault threatens how she sees herself, she chooses the lie. Every single time. Watch how she handles conflict. If she avoids accountability, she will cheat. If she blames others, she will emotionally abandon you the second things get hard. If she cannot say, "I was wrong," she will rewrite the story to make you the villain. This is the woman who will destroy relationships and walk away saying, "I tried, he just didn't make me feel loved." No, she didn't want love. She wanted entitlement without effort. She wanted devotion without discipline. She wanted loyalty without loyalty in return. She didn't want a relationship. She wanted a safety net. A woman who needs social media to feel alive will never be loyal to you, because her loyalty isn't to you, it's to attention. And attention is the most powerful drug in the modern world. If her relationship isn't public, she's hiding something. If her entire life is public, she's hunting for validation. There's no in-between. This is the woman who will take 100 photos to post one, because it's not about the moment. It's about the audience. She doesn't live life. She performs it. You'll know exactly who I'm talking about. The woman who can't eat without posting it, can't go on vacation without broadcasting it, can't stand in a mirror without posing like she's auditioning for strangers online. And here's the brutal truth. When a woman is addicted to being seen, she will never be satisfied with being loved by just one man, because your attention is not enough for her. It never was. It never will be. You think you're her person? No, you're her photographer. You're the guy holding the phone, taking the pics, waiting while she angles her face, her hips, her hair, trying to create a version of herself that doesn't actually exist. And while you're there loving her, she's busy wondering who else is watching, because she doesn't crave intimacy. She craves validation. She's not posting for you. She's posting for the ones watching in silence, the ex, the orbiters, the backup plans, the men waiting for their chance. When she says, "We're just talking," she's not talking. She's auditioning. You know exactly the type. She's never single. Not really. She's never fully with you. Not really. She always has someone on standby. Just a friend. Someone I used to talk to. We're just cool now. It's not that serious. No, it is serious. Because loyalty is not just about what she does with her body. It's about where her mind and emotions go when you're not around. And if she's giving emotional access to another man, you're already being replaced. Here's the brutal truth. Women don't talk to men they're not interested in. If she's entertaining messages, replying to DMs, laughing at inside jokes, staying in touch, she's keeping doors open. Not because she wants them right now, but because she wants options. And a woman who needs options will never be loyal to one man. You'll see the signs. She angles her phone away when she texts. She suddenly smiles at messages she won't explain. Her notifications come in at midnight. She stops calling you babe but laughs a little too hard at her phone. She says, "Relax, we're just talking." But that's exactly the point, because talking is how cheating starts. Not in the bedroom, but in the mind. Cheating begins with someone else making her feel seen, someone else asking how her day was, someone else giving her the attention she now expects you to compete with. And you? You're not in a relationship anymore. You're in a quiet war you never agreed to fight. A woman who respects you in private but disrespects you in public never respected you at all. Loyalty and respect are the same thing. You cannot have one without the other. If she mocks you, belittles you, rolls her eyes at your opinions, embarrasses you around her friends, or makes jokes at your expense to get laughs, that's not playfulness. That's betrayal, because disrespect is the first stage of emotional detachment. A woman doesn't cheat when she stops loving you. She cheats when she stops respecting you. And here's the cold part. She doesn't always start big. It begins tiny, microscopic. The snarky comments, the sarcastic tone, the jokes that don't feel like jokes, the subtle digs in front of others. You brush it off. You tell yourself, she didn't mean it like that. You choose peace over conflict, but every time you stay silent, you teach her how to treat you. She learns she can chip away at your dignity with zero consequences, and slowly, piece by piece, your authority dies. Because a woman who respects her man protects his image in public. She speaks highly of him, she defends him, she amplifies him. A woman who disrespects her man is already picturing life without him. Her jokes aren't jokes, they're signals. Signals to everyone around her. I don't value him. I don't admire him. He's not the man I want, and other men see that. Trust me, they see it. Predators don't hunt strong relationships. They hunt weak leadership. If she undermines you in public, it's because she no longer sees you as a man she can follow. And once that respect is gone, loyalty is gone too. A woman's past is not a story. It's a pattern. Men love to believe they're the exception. They think, she was toxic with her ex, but she'll be different with me. No, she won't, because if she has a history of chaos, you're not saving her. You're stepping into the rotation. You ever hear her say things like, "My exes, we're all crazy. I've just had really bad luck in relationships. Men always do me wrong. Things just never worked out." That's not her explaining her past. That's her confessing her behavior, because guess what? If every relationship she's ever been in has ended in drama, she's the common denominator. Not the men, not fate, not bad timing, her. Let's break down the chaos past profile. She jumps from relationship to relationship. She can't be single for more than 2 weeks. She thrives on emotional highs. Chaos feels like love to her. Problems? She doesn't solve them. She creates them. Drama isn't something that happens to her. It's something she needs. She needs the highs, the intensity, the adrenaline of almost losing someone to feel alive. And you? You're not her partner. You're her next emotional roller coaster. And here's the dangerous part. Women like this don't cheat because they're bored. They cheat because stability feels like death to them. A loyal, consistent, loving man is too calm for her. She needs chaos to feel desired. She needs attention to feel valued. She needs emotional turbulence to feel love. So what happens when the relationship settles? She starts creating problems, random fights, sudden accusations, silent treatments. We need to talk over nothing, flirting with others to get a reaction because she isn't interested in happiness. She's addicted to intensity. If love feels like a competition, you're not in a relationship. You're in a psychological battlefield, because there are women who don't see love as connection. They see it as control. With her, it's never about being close. It's about who cares less, who texts slower, who withholds more, who can make the other feel insecure first. To her, love is not emotional intimacy. It's emotional leverage. She will never say it directly. Oh no, she's smart. She'll disguise the game as, I just like a little chase. I don't want to be too available. I want to see how much you care. But what she's actually doing is measuring your attachment, your emotional investment, your willingness to lose yourself for her. And the second she sees you care more than she does, you lose. Because now you're predictable. Now you're safe. Now you're hers, and nothing kills her desire faster than security. This is the type of woman who needs tension to feel attraction. When things are calm, she gets restless. When things are healthy, she self-destructs. When you're present, she pulls away. When you pull away, she chases. Not because she loves you, but because the game is back on. She'll say, I just want passion. But what she actually means is, I only feel alive when someone is emotionally unavailable to me. So she creates distance. She creates fear. She creates doubt. Because your uncertainty is her dopamine. And here's the worst part. If love is a game to her, she will always leave as soon as she feels she's losing, the moment she senses she's more attached than you, the moment she feels vulnerable, the moment the power shifts. She runs, not walks, runs. Because vulnerability to her isn't intimacy, it's defeat. Her worst nightmare isn't heartbreak, it's falling first. So she makes sure she never does. She will break her own heart just to make sure you never get the chance to, and you're left confused.